was an interesting night tonight. Lots to talk about in the Europa League game between Barcelona and Man United, which finished 2-2. On the balance of play, you would say a fairly fair result. Barca having the majority of the ball, 60%, but 18 shots to Man United, 17 to Barcelona. Man United, the first team, they haven't considered a goal from open play at the Camp Nou in the league this year. Man United turn up and are tearing them to shreds at times. Of course, Barcelona are dangerous themselves when they attack brilliant players, the likes of Gavi, of course, Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha on absolute fire tonight. But Man United went toe-to-toe. It was a big acid test for us tonight. The team top, I repeat, the team top of La Liga, one of the best leagues in the world, and Manchester United stepped up and delivered. Now, it isn't a win, and the win would have been perfect, but a 2-2 draw away from home in the first leg or knockout game in European football is a very good result. But I'm more impressed with the performance. I'm more impressed with the direction that Man United are going in. There are still more players to be added to this team. You prefer Lissandro Martinez at the back tonight alongside Rafael Varane, we do even better. Fred came alive in the second half, but puts a better quality midfielder next to him in that midfield, and it elevates to another level. Weghorst did a good job, but there will be improvements on him in terms of the team. You'll get Sancho or a replacement for him later on down the line. And Rashford, my God, we'll get into Rashford a little bit later. Very proud of United tonight. Excellent performance. And what was, by the way, a brilliant game. I think every neutral, even if you're a salty neutral right now, you're like, yeah, that was a damn good game of football. We watched 4 Champions League games this week that were meek, where there wasn't really a lot of gun-ho attack. Tonight, both teams said, I am, and they went for it. Proper football by 2 European giants. In the wrong tournament, I will add, but what a night. A lot of people saying ref was a cheat. I'm going to be honest with you. Nicole. Jules Koundé should have been sent off. Jules Koundé should have been sent off. He fouled Rashford. It wasn't an attempt to win the ball. Rashford was going through clean on goal, denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Should have been 110% a red card. I also think Fred handballed it. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think Fred handballed it. The way that arm kind of came out, I was waiting for the VAR to overturn it. They didn't. So I'm just going to say fair is fair. I feel like nearly every other decision, typical European referee, they're a little bit soft. They don't let too much go. But Man United tonight overall will walk away the happier team. They were away. And I haven't seen us play against Barcelona and perform like this in a long time. A long time. We lost 4-0 in the Champions League 3 or 4 years back and were battered. The last 2 Champions League finals, we were essentially battered. So tonight, to be able to go toe-to-toe with them, be able to play football, we cut through them very well at times. Also, very, very happy indeed. Would have loved to have stayed off and kept the win. A little fortuitous, the cross, just missing everybody and going in. It's really gutting to concede goals like that. But Man United are on their way to being back. And I see it in the performance tonight. It's why there's a big smile on my face. I can take the conceding of the 2 goals. And I'll call out Fred, poor marking of that at the corner of Alonso. Should have been with him. You jump up alongside him. You lean into him. You push him off balance. You do something to stop him. And of course, the second goal, Casemiro had a great game, but he gives a sloppy pass away. Excellent cross from Rafinha into the kind of the danger zone, as it were, into no man's land, and it creeps through and goes in. But I think United will take a lot of confidence out of this. There's no doubt about it. They will. And on the next leg, and by the way, I do believe Gavi, because he got a booking, is out of the next game. So no Gavi, and Pedri looks like he's out as well. That is going to help Man United hugely. But I want to speak about Marcus Rashford. Because Marcus Rashford, for me tonight, had one of the great away performances from a British player. One of the great away performances from a player at a British team is what I mean. Held the ball up. His link-up play was great. The only poor moment of the night was that shot near the end where he was exhausted and he kind of cut across it. But he's allowed to have shots that don't go in. Even the great Ronaldo and the GOAT Messi have had those shots even in their pomp. But in the first half, he wasn't given very many opportunities. He had a sniff on the left-hand side. The way he contorted his body to shoot and pulled out a fantastic save from ter Stegen was out of this world. And then as Man United go a goal down, you think, can we respond? The ball gets played through to him lovely by Fred. The accuracy. The one thing about Haaland that I always praise is his ability to place the ball with power. Rashford is now learning to place the ball with power, and he smashes the ball. He smashes that ball with accuracy at that near post. Stegen just can't get his leg there in time. Just can't get his leg there in time. It wasn't a scuff shot that bobbled and he got down too slowly. It was hit with such precision. And then the skill from him to dynamite his man up on the right-hand side, puts the ball through a lovely little back heel from Bruno. It does hit Jules Koundé and goes in, but it was all Rashford. Marcus Rashford lighting up the Camp Nou. Now, I'm going to ask Man United fans this, because I remember this. When was the last two-time attackers for Man United lit up the Camp Nou? It was Calypso football. It was Andy Cole and Dwight York, or Andrew Cole, as he now likes to be referred to, and Dwight York. It's the last time we went there. That was in 1999. You're talking 24 years ago. Even when we knocked Barca out of the Champions League in 2008, we were not lucky, but we didn't rip them apart. We couldn't play against them. You know, we really held on in that game. Tonight, listen, they could have won it. We could have won it, but we went at them toe for toe. And to be doing that 7-8 months into this rebuild of Eric Ten Hag's, knowing what we've got coming down the line with new owners, knowing that, and I look at the starting lineup tonight, and I think to myself, Shaw at centre back, AWB at right back, Weghorst playing in a kind of 10 role, as an example, won't be happening at Man United, will not be happening at Manchester United in 12, 18 months' time. We went to Barcelona and played football. And when you have someone like Marcus Rashford, who I have tweeted this and I mean it, on form, therefore the phrase right now, is the best football player in the world. Certainly the best attacker in the world. Attackers are judged on one thing and one thing only, their productivity. His performances are great. His productivity is astounding. No one can match him right now. He's on fire. Is he the best player in the world overall? No. Is he the best forward in the world right now overall? No. But over the last 3 months, his form is there. Rashford has gone beyond the Rashford that we've all seen before. This is the best version of him there's ever been, and he doesn't look like slowing down. Purple patches don't last 3 months. They last 4 or 5 games. This is Marcus Rashford. And the one thing I always said about this kid is give Rashford a proper system, a proper coach, a club with standards, a club with integrity, a club where the manager's in control, a team with shape, and he would come alive. And he's come alive astoundingly. He's come alive to a level that most Man United fans didn't believe he could achieve. And I'm so proud of this kid. I'm so proud of the club. I'm so proud of tonight's performance and the direction of which we are going in. I always believed when the structure of the club was right, with a top-level manager, so many of these players would deliver for us, and many of them are. We need to improve because there are some that are not of the standard. But what a night to be a Manchester United fan. Terry always had faith in Rashi. I did. People will call out, I spoke about letting him go in the summer. And let's contextualize that because I'm very open about these things. I said if he wasn't willing to work for that new contract, then there's no point keeping Rashford. His mind isn't right. But what I said is I didn't want him to go because he'd be doing this at PSG. I always believed in Rashford. I always saw the player that he was. You know, just because he doesn't tweet the same right things, doesn't hang around with the right pop stars, doesn't, you know, maybe say the right things politically, certain people turned against him. But this man is a sensation. Man United are beyond, we should be beyond proud to have him. One of the, for me, and I might be missing someone out of my head here, he's the best Man United graduate since the class of 92. I can't think of a better graduate since him. You could throw Gerard Piqué in there. We bought him at a certain age. Some may say Paul Pogba. But I'm talking who, in terms of who delivered for Man United, he's the best since the class of 92 to come out of our academy. He's a sensational player. And not very many of Man United strikers have gone away to the Camp Nou. In fact, they've gone away to Spain. Go check Man United's away record in Spain. Very few have done what Marcus Rashford did tonight. Sensation.